live. So we're testing it out. So it looks like right now, and I have the live chat up. And so, yeah, so if people come in, I'll be able to see what they're saying. So I'm excited about that. So I hope you're having a good morning this morning. So let's get started. It's your girl, Mecca Joy. And, where we at here? Sorry. It's your girl, Mecca Joy, and this is the 1111 Growth Hour. I am Mecca Joy, owner of Mecca Joy Consulting, where I help entrepreneurs increase their online visibility as well as increase their income online. So we are going to have a quick well, not quick, but we have a day planned. As you know, it's just about an hour. It's my amazing hour that you get with me, where we learn some things and we talk about some things. So we do our daily devotion with Iyanla Vanzant, and we'll probably switch up on these, but that's one of my favorites. So I love that book. We'll also be reading Eat That Frog this morning, and we do our daily affirmation. So I just want to make sure that if you're new here, you know who I am. I am Mecca. Okay? Mecca, 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 Mecca. And today's affirmation, I've kind of been counting days, but I feel like today is day 4. Yes. And today is about business goal setting. That's going to be our theme for today. And our affirmation is, I trust the process and remain consistent in my efforts. All right. I trust the process and remain consistent in my efforts. And yeah. So let's get started. Let's read our affirmation for today. Today is February 11th. Look, February 11th at 11:11. We is on the move today. So thank you for being here, and I'm greatly appreciative. I hope you are going to receive this message. So let's see. February 11th says, I will know love when I realize people will come into my life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Okay, I think we all know that. I think we all know that and have heard that message before, right? It says, leaving just isn't easy. It is unfortunate and it happens. When it does, we fight it because leaving someone you have spent time living with and loving is no easy task. I know all about that. In every relationship, regardless of how it started or how it is ending, there are so many good things you have convinced yourself could and should keep you together. They do, until the day you wake up and realize the things that once worked no longer do. You know you've changed, you've grown. The little things that once brought a smile to your face are now a burden in your heart. That's crazy. Good morning, Shawty. Good morning, Allie. You know what you have to do. You just don't know how to do it. You don't want anyone, especially you, to get hurt. You know that if you could just say what you feel, if you could just move beyond the fear, the guilt, the anticipation of anger, you could close this door. It wouldn't be easy, but you could move on. You know you have done the best you could. You know you have given all that you have to give. Yet, for some reason, you keep on trying to make it work. Well, here is something that you may not know. When you have learned all you can learn in a relationship, its season will end. When you have healed what you came into the relationship to heal, its purpose has been filled. When a relationship is over, it is over. It's over, y'all. It is over. Once it's said it's over, it's over. Whew. Hanging on will only make the days ahead darker. Until today, you may have thought that ending a relationship was a difficult, challenging, or unnecessary experience, just for today, be devoted to acknowledging and accepting all that you have learned and all that you have healed. When you can be grateful for those things, it will be easier to let go. Ooh. 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 Says today, I'm receiving all of that, y'all, so I just had to let it simmer on in. Today, I am devoted to acknowledging lessons learned, blessings earned, and wounds that have been healed. Do y'all hear that? Today, I am devoted to acknowledging lessons learned, blessings earned, and wounds that have been healed. I like that. Blessings earned. Because a lot of times when we leave in relationships, we don't realize that, when it's time to go, we just we want to fight. We want to fight, but we don't have to fight, So, I'm sorry. It's over here telling me that we got to err on the other part. But, so today, like I said, today is all about our business vision, our vision, and not just business vision, because I want us to understand that even if we have a vision for our business, we need to have a vision for our life. And a lot of times we are so focused on all the other stuff that we are not focused on the things that are important. And guess what? No business, no you, no business. That's what I want to say. No you, no business. Y'all like my hat? I was so mad I didn't get more of these in Puerto Rico. My homegirl got this one for me, or I took this from her. Well, I don't say I took it from her. She gave it to me because I was like, hey, I need a hat. I didn't get a hat. And I was so mad. They had shirts and hats, and I did not grab one of them. So, but now I do. I got one, so I'm excited about that. I love this hat. Hey, Peachtree. Hey, Gucci Graves. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. So I hope it's doing this thing over here. Thank you for the daily heart me. But yeah, so today is all about our business vision, our personal mission, our personal vision, and what that looks like for ourselves. Like, do you have your goals in front of you right here, right? Are you seeing those things? Are you putting yourself, hey, Undivided, thanks for being here. Okay, so let's see. So for me, let's look at the definition, the vision definition, right? Let's look at that, and then let's look at what it means to me, because it says vision, the faculty or state of being able to see, right? And it's funny. I had I feel like I had a message this morning that God was telling me I have to be able to see the vision before I actually feel it, right? And see it. So here's another definition. It says the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So being able to, I remember when I bought my house, right? Or we bought our house when I was married. And when I was in this back room, I knew that was going to be my laundry room, right? I sat there. Oh, thanks, Paige. I sat there and I was talking to my cousin. And mind you, there was nothing in there, but I said to her, I was like, in the backyard was filled with trees. There was nothing there. And it was nothing there. So I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be my garden. The garden going to be over here. And this is where we're going to put the pool at. And she was like, Mecca, I hear your vision, but I don't see it. I physically can't see it. So it's about you and what you create in your mind, right? Some people are not going to be able to see the vision. And then the next definition, it says imagine. So vision to me is the ability to create a a plan in your head, a vision of what you want to see, a vision of what your life wants to look want what you want your life to look like, right? There was a period of time where I didn't have goals. I didn't have things that I wanted to achieve. But then there was like, okay, I see that this is possible. Okay, I can do this. Oh, so once you kind of sort of, I would say, sometimes I think that, and thank you, Evie, for making that point of me explaining this, right? Because I get it. Sometimes people don't know what a vision is. You hear people be like, "Oh, I need a plan. Oh, you need a vision," and then you don't. You're like, "What the heck? Where do I start at?" You know what I mean? So I believe that this is the reason why we're reading this book again, because there are some people who are like trying to figure it out. I believe I'm still trying to figure it out at 46, because I had a vision, right? I wanted to be married. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to drive a Mercedes. I did all of that, right? Literally. I wanted to raise chickens. I raised chickens. My ex-husband built me a chicken coop when I wanted to raise chickens. So like I I had a vision. Now I'm creating a new vision because that vision it's over. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say that vision is gone. No, because I can create a new vision. I can still have a new farm. I can still have my chickens. I can still have my garden. Like I can still do that again. It's just going to be created in a more bigger and more vast. Like I want to have acres now. I want to have trees where I can go pick off oranges and apples and like all types of stuff. So I've realized that the vision for me now is to get clear on really what I want. And sometimes learning who you are helps with that, learning the little things that you like and don't like. I tell my child who's 19 now and my 22-year-old, like, listen, sometimes the good thing about life for them is that they have their parents to help. When I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I was on my own. So it was like I had to figure it out as I was going. Now they can create the vision for themselves without having to be out here paying bills and doing all that stuff. So it's like take advantage of it while you can. But then, you're a kid. They're kids. So they're gonna not really technically take advantage of it. But when they get out there on their own, they can be like, damn, mom, I should have listened to you. I should have, when I want to have the family meetings so that we can sit down and everybody get their goals in order. You know what I mean? Like, what are your goals? There was a period of time, right, where I only had a goal to get my GED before I had kids. I knew that I wanted to be married, and nobody was getting me pregnant without being married. Like that was my vision. For me, those were small visions. Now that I realized there was so much more that I could have been offering myself and my vision. You know what I mean? So I think, yes, sometimes we got to start small. And then as we grow into ourselves and we realize that, wait, God is so much vast, so much bigger, so much grander. Like I can have that compared. I was over here thinking little. I was thinking real small. I can have that. Hey, Kendra, good morning. All right, so we're reading chapter 12 in Eat That Frog. And so I figured this is the perfect way to move in to this chapter, saying identify your key constraints. So this may be the reason why, you can't get to that next step, or you can't figure out what your goals, because you might be so clouded with all of the pain and all of the extra stuff that you've been focusing on. I know that a lot of times when we're trying to rebuild ourselves, we stumble on some things that we either don't like about ourselves or it's just been distracting us. And today we are identifying our key constraints. All right. It says, concentrate all your thoughts on the task at hand. The sun rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Alexander Graham Bell. Between where you are today In any goal or objective that you want to accomplish, there is one major constraint that must be overcome before you can achieve that major goal. Your job is to identify it clearly. Look, y'all, when we say be clear, like be clear, because God has a way of having a sense of humor. So you could be like, I want this, and then God could be like, okay, I gave you that. But you got to be clear, clear. Like, for example, right? What was it? Somebody said that, oh, I was watching a young lady the other day, and she was saying she had told God she wanted this man, right? And then it ended up the man was a cat. But she wasn't specific. Like, that's how funny God could be. You can get all the things you need in something, but she might have just been like, I want this in human form, and not in, she had to be specific. She got what she wanted. So now she got to write that list and be like, I want this in human form. You know what I mean? So I say, be clear, right? What is holding you back? What sets the speed at which you achieve your goals? What determines how fast you move from where you are to where you want to go? What stops you or holds you back from eating the frogs that can really make a difference? Why aren't you at your goal already? I say for myself, I'm not at my goal already because I be focused on the little shit. Just straight up. I be focused on the little shit. I be focused on this little task and that little task and this little task and and I have to have some order in my life. Like I need to turn my phone off at 7 o'clock. I need to be able to say, listen, this is the boundaries that I set. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be arguing with clients at 7 o'clock. And I won't say arguing with clients because I just have this one client. He don't want to send nothing to me in the text. And then I lost my phone. So he's mad at me because not lost my phone, but I broke my phone. And everything that he sent me in the text message was in the other phone and I can't access it. And he's mad because I'm like, can you send me this? Can you send me this? So we're going back and forth this morning. I'm like, it's too early for this. I need solutions, not excuses. He's like, well, you said to send it in the email. You still not getting it. I'm like, well, you got to hit the send button. Like, come on. I'm like, please hit send so that I can receive. But I know when a person is using technology that they don't like using, they're frustrated. He's trying to put his frustration on me, and I'm like, you should have been doing this for the last 2 years. Like I have been allowing you to step over a boundary that I have set. I have systems in place for you to send your documents, and you choose to want to send it in the phone. So I say all that to say that yes, this morning we got to have boundaries, right? All right, it says you must then focus on all your energies on leaving that single choke point. Your job is to study the task and identify the limiting factor or constraint within it, right? So what's the problem? Why aren't you doing what you got to do? Why am I not doing what I got to do? Why am I not sticking to my schedule? Why do I need to have this whiteboard in front of me? Why can't I just have a piece of paper? Like, literally, it's excuses. I say for me, it's excuses. I'm trying to find every reason in the book. Well, if I have this, I'm going to make it better. No, I'm identifying this shit right now so we can move forward and we ain't got to ever talk about this again, right? Identify the limiting factor. In virtually every task, large or small, a single factor sets the speed at which you achieve the goal or complete the job. What is it? Concentrate your mental energies on that one key area. This can be the most productive use of your time and talents. Good morning. This constraint may be a person whose help or decision you need, a resource that you require, a weakness in some part of the organization, or something else. But the limiting factor is always there, and it is always your job to find it. For example, the purpose of a business is to create and keep customers. By doing this in sufficient quantities, the company makes a profit and continues to grow and flourish. Every business has a limiting factor or choke point that determines how quickly and well the company achieves this purpose. It may be the marketing, the level of sales, or the sales force itself. It may be the cost of operation or the methods of production. It may be the level of cash flow or cost. The success of the company may be determined by the competition, the customers, or the current marketplace. One of these factors, more than anything else, determines how quickly the company achieves its goals of growth and account of one of these factors, more than anything else, determines how quickly the company achieves its goals of growth and profitability. What is it? The accurate identification of the limiting factor in any process and the focus on that factor can usually bring about more progress in a shorter period than any other single activity. Good morning. Here we go. The 80-20 rule applied to constraints. So we're taking we going to get some work done, y'all. We about to get some work done, y'all. Here we go. The 80-20 rule also applies to the constraints in your life and in your work. This means that 80% of the constraints, the factors that are holding you back from achieving your goals, are internal. Ain't got nothing to do with this board that I want. Ain't got nothing to do with Joe Schmo. It got everything to do with me internally. Wake up call. They are within yourself, within your own personal qualities, abilities, habits, disciplines, or competencies. Or they are contained within your own company or organization. Only 20% of the limiting factors are external to you or to your organization. I know for me, it's just me. Like literally, it's just me. And then it's probably me not utilizing the systems, because here we go. It says 20%, only 20% are on the outside in the form of competition, markets, governments, or other organizations. I think having systems in place. I know definitely if I had systems in place to market to my current clients or clients that I work with, they're not even getting emails. I've been in business 6 years, 7 years, and I'm not sending consistent emails, nurturing my current clients that have worked with me. Like, silly lady. Like, come on. Only 20% of the limiting factors are external to your organization. Oh, we read that. Your key constraint can be something small and not particularly obvious. Sometimes you have to make a list of every step in a process. That's when we talk about your standard operation procedures, all of that stuff, right? In the different spaces in your business. Sometimes you have to make a list of every step in the process and examine every activity to determine exactly what is holding you back. Sometimes a single negative perception or objection on the part of customers can be slowing down the entire sales process. Ooh, yes. Sometimes the absence of a single feature can be holding back the growth of sales of a product or service line. Listen, we just said systems in place, right? But also talking to the customers to see, okay, what is their experience? What could I do better, right? Not being so emotionally attached to the response or the outcome, but fixing it so that you can do better and provide better service, right? Look into your company honestly. Look within your boss, your coworkers, and members of your staff to see if there is a key weakness that is holding you or the company back, acting as a brake on the achievement of your key goals. And this touches so deep for me in my business, right? Because I took a break, right, for like what, a year or more. I took a break, And so right now, as I'm coming back to being more active with putting out content. I'm coming back with being active, coming online and showing up and and hey, good morning. And even showing up in spaces I've never been. I've never gone live on YouTube like this. Like, oh, this is scary. Thank you for the rose. This is fucking scary. Like, but I also gotta be gentle with myself and be like, dog, you're doing something that you never did before. So you gotta be able to look and be like, okay, take one step each day, every day. I get up and take another step. You know what I mean? Yesterday I sat in for hours. I'm over here I done deleted my OBS, and then I got on here this morning, was like, oh shit, I deleted everything. Oh damn, I'm gonna go over here and I'm not gonna work. I'm hoping it was working, but I see an error message and I just said, forget it. I'm just going to stay on. If there's no music or there's nothing happening over there, then all I can do is delete it and keep it moving. That's it, right? Here we go. It says, look into yourself. Successful people always begin the analysis of constraints by asking the question, what is it in me that is holding me back? They accept complete responsibility for their lives and look to themselves for both the cause and the cure of their problem. Like, I know nobody's going to come save me. It'd be nice if a rich, beautiful, handsome man came and saved me, but in reality, would I be happy with that? Probably not. Yeah, I'd be like, you running out the door. Where you going? Like, I've probably some stuff that I'm still healing that I need to fix before I be wanting somebody to come save me. But to be honest, I want to save myself. I don't want nobody to come save me. I want me to be able to show up for this rich, handsome man that I'm going to marry. And I want to be rich and beautiful and put together myself and healed. And guess what? In order for me to do that, I got to do that on my own, by myself, for myself, right? And with y'all, like, we healing, now I would say we all healing, because some of y'all might be healed already, right? But we're learning and we're growing and we're doing the things that we got to do. So that they accept complete responsibility for their lives. It says, in your own life, you must have the honesty to look deeply into yourself for the limiting factor or limiting skill that sets the speed at which you achieve your personal goals. Keep asking, what sets the speed at which I get the results I want? What sets the speed at which I get the results I want? Strive for accuracy. The definition of the constraint determines the strategy that you use to alleviate it. The failure to identify the correct constraint or the identification of the wrong constraint can lead you off in the wrong direction. Hey, Edward! You can end up solving the wrong problem. A major corporation, a client of mine, was experiencing declining sales. The corporation's leader concluded that the major constraint was the quality of the sales force and the sales management. They therefore spent an enormous amount of money reorganizing the management and retraining the salespeople. They later found that the primary reason that sales were down was a mistake made by an accountant who had accidentally priced their products too high relative to their competition in the marketplace. So they just did all of that. Once the corporation revamped its pricing, its sales went back up and it returned to profitability. Hey, Nikki! Behind every constraint or choke point, once it is located and alleviated successfully, you will find another constraint or limiting factor. It's just like life. You be like, I got it done. And then boom, here goes another one. So it's like, you just got to be prepared. Like, to soften the blow, you already know that something else is coming. And it doesn't have to be bad. We just know that, yes, I'm accomplished this goal. And it's not the end of my goals. Like, I'm gonna have another goal and another goal and another goal. I mean, this is what we're here for, is to accomplish stuff and live a happy life, right? Where you're trying to get to work on time, whether you're trying to get to work on time in the morning or build a successful career, there are always limiting factors and bottlenecks that set the speed of your progress. Your job is to find them and to focus your energies on alleviating them as quickly as possible. So if you know that, boom, uh, let's see, for example, I know when I was first getting my career started in HR, right, I had to determine, okay, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? If do I need these courses? Do I need this certification? What are the things that I need to put in place? So that could be a bottleneck. It could just be, you need to get this certification. It's going to take a couple months and boom, I need to knock it out. So don't think of it as a problem, or just think of it as, let me alleviate it, let me fix it, let me figure it out, and we're gonna go ahead and move on, right? Me trying to figure out this sound over here at OBS, guess what, I'm gonna get off of here, I'm gonna watch another video, I'm gonna learn it, and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna keep testing it until it gets right, until it's what I want it to be, right? Starting off and I'm gonna start sending out some emails. Like, I just got to do what you got to do. Start from somewhere, right? Starting off your day with the removal of a key bottleneck or constraint fills you with the energy and personal power. Starting off your day with removal of a key bottleneck or constraint fills you with the energy and personal power. Listen, this morning I said I'm working out. Mind you, on my goal list is lose 20 pounds, right? So guess what? I got up. I didn't I couldn't go to the gym. I worked out right in the living room. I found a video on YouTube for 20 minutes. It was a full body workout, and boom, I did it. I'm working on these. I need to get rid of this. Like, that this summer, I want to wear my sundresses, and I don't see that. Look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. That's a whole turkey. That's a whole turkey. Like, no, I got to get rid of that. So we got to lose 20 pounds. And in order for me to alleviate my constraint, I had to get it done. And the constraint was, it was a whole bunch of list of what I could be doing. But I said, nope, I stopped and I did that 20 minutes. 20 minutes was to help me with the 20 pounds. And my goal is to be able to do twice a day. So if I can do another one later on, because I got to get rid of that. I need some muscles. I seen that. I don't know if y'all seen that lady. It's an 80-year-old lady going around, and she was on one of those machines, and she was doing like the tricep workout. And I was like, man, look at her arms. Her arms was, and she was. All I kept thinking is, she's 80 years old. She's 80 years old. Like, no excuses. All right. So eat that frog. Here's number 1. Identify your most important goal in life today. What is it? What one goal, if you achieved it, would have the greatest positive effect on your life? What one career accomplishment would have the greatest positive impact on your work life? Number 2, determine the one constraint, internal or external, that sets the speed at which you accomplish this goal. Ask, why haven't I reached it already? What is it in me that is holding me back? Whatever your answers, take action immediately. Do something, do anything, but get started. Do something, do anything, but get started. So I hope that was chapter 12. Let me see if I might read chapter 13, because y'all know we're trying to get done with this book. We want to focus more on getting these tasks done and getting through these. And I feel like sometimes reading 2 of the chapters back to back, it just helps with kind of putting things in order. Because yes, once we get our list done and we identify this task, it's like, okay, what do I do next, right? What do I do next? Should I do something else? Should I think about right? So let's read this chapter 2. Chapter 13, it says, put the pressure on yourself. The first requisite for success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem incessantly without growing weary. Thomas Edison says the world is full of people who are waiting for someone to come along and motivate them to be the kind of person, to be the kind of people they wish they could be. The problem is that no one is coming to the rescue. We just said that. No one's coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. These people are waiting for a bus on the street where no bus passes. If they don't take charge of their lives and put the pressure on themselves, they can end up waiting forever. And that is what most people do. Guess what? If you here with me, we're not doing that. We are not waiting for somebody to come rescue us. We are doing what we got to do. It says only about 2% of people can work entirely without supervision. We call these people leaders. This is the kind of person you are meant to be and that you can be if you decided to be. To reach your full potential, you must form the habit of putting the pressure on yourself, not waiting for someone else to come along and do it for you. You must choose your own frogs and then make yourself eat them in their order of importance. Just like me working out this morning, I had to do it. Lead the field. See yourself as a role model. Raise the bar on yourself. The standards you set for your own work and behavior should be higher than anyone else could set for you. Make a game of starting a little earlier, working a little harder, and staying a little later. Always look for ways to go the extra mile, to do more than you are paid for. Your self-esteem has been defined by psychologist Nathaniel Braden as the reputation you have with yourself. You build up or pull down your reputation with yourself in everything you do or fail to do. Ooh. The good news is that you feel better about yourself whenever you push yourself to do your best. So at the end of the day, you increase your self-esteem whenever you go beyond the point where the average person would normally quit. So when we're saying, boom, okay, you get off work at 5 o'clock, you come home, you cook dinner, you get the kids to bed, then boom, from 8 to 11, you like, it's my time. Or 8 to 1, or whatever you decide. But guess what? Put them ass kids to bed. I was talking to somebody else the other day, and their kids, it was 9 o'clock, and their kids was up running around. I was like, why ain't they in bed? They like, oh, well, I don't care if they ain't got school tomorrow. Kids need to be in bed 7:30, 8 o'clock. Even teenagers. I don't care if you ain't got nothing. You ain't got, guess what? You need to be in your room then. Because this mom got the, it's time now. No, I'm sorry. They got to go. Create imaginary deadlines. One of the best ways for you to overcome procrastination and get more things done faster is by working as though you had only one day to get your most important jobs done. Imagine each day that you have just received an emergency message and that you will have to leave town tomorrow for a month. Oh my God, I'll be over here scratching. If you had to leave town for a month, what would you make absolutely sure that you got done before you left? Whatever your answer, go to work on that task right now. Another way to put pressure on yourself is to imagine that you just received an all expenses paid vacation at a beautiful resort as a prize, but you will have to leave tomorrow morning on the vacation, or it will be given to someone else. What would you be determined to finish before you left so that you could take that vacation? My laptop. I be taking my laptop because guess what? It's going to take me forever to pack, and then I'll never get it done. I'll never get it done. So I'm packing my laptop. Whatever it is, start on that job immediately. Successful people continually put the pressure on themselves to perform at high levels. Unsuccessful people have to be instructed and pressured by others. Thank you for the daily heartbeat. By putting the pressure on yourself, you will accomplish more tasks better and faster than ever. You will become a high performance, high achieving personality. High achieving, high performing personality. That's what I'm talking about. You will feel terrific about yourself. And bit by bit, you will build the habit of rapid task completion that will then go on to serve you all the days of your life. So we got to put some pressure on ourselves. We got to figure out what are those constraints stopping us from doing what we got to do, right? Those are the two things that we read today. Figure out the constraints. What's stopping you from getting where you got to go? What's that? What is it? Right? And then you have to put some pressure on yourself to get that stuff done. All right, here it goes. Eat that frog. 1. Set deadlines and sub deadlines on every task and activity. Create your own forcing system. Raise the bar on yourself and don't let yourself off the hook. Once you've set yourself a deadline, stick to it and even try to beat it. Number 2, write out every step of a major job or project before you begin. Determine how many minutes and hours you will require to complete each phase. Then race against your own clock. Beat your own deadlines. Make it a game resolved to win. What? All right, y'all. So that's chapters 12 and 13. So tomorrow, 14 is motivate yourself into action. I kind of feel like I want to read that too, but right now I feel like that's probably enough. Right now we got to identify our constraints, what's stopping us, and then we need to set some deadlines and get to work. That's it. That's all. All right, y'all. So how did you feel about that chapter? What did you feel about that chapter? Oh, I'm sorry. I did. I sent you a reminder. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, we read chapters 12 and 13 today. And we got like 7 more chapters to go. I'm excited. Look. We did, but I say this: what the bottom line from chapter 13 was identify your constraints. Like what's stopping you from getting to that next goal, right? Figure that out, and said be clear. You got to be clear on what is stopping you. Oh yeah, we read 12 and 13. Identify your most important goal today. What is it? What one goal, if you achieved it, would have the greatest positive impact of your life? What one career accomplishment would have the greatest positive impact on your work life? So that's one, eat that frog, right? And now you want to determine the one constraint, internal or external, because remember, it can be either or, right? Or it could be both. That sets the speed at which you accomplish this goal. Ask, why haven't I reached it already? What is it in me that is holding me back? Whatever your answers, take action immediately. This is my favorite part from this. I like this quote. I might have to post this today. It says, do something, do anything, but get started. Do something, do anything, but get started. And then chapter 13, just doing a brief recap, right? Chapter 13 is Eat That Frog says set deadlines and sub deadlines on every task and activity. Create your own forcing system. So we're not waiting for people to come kick us in the butt. We're kicking ourselves in the butt and we're getting the stuff done that we need to do. Period. All right. And then it also says write out every step of a major job or project before you begin. Determine how many minutes, what you need to do, blah blah blah, and then make it a game and resolve to win. So those are our tasks for this day today. Wherever you're at, find your notebook, write down your stuff, and decide like I'm doing it, whatever it is. So my goal, and let me just, I guess, because Heavy made me realize something today, right? And I know sometimes people don't share and people don't want to say, "Hey, Mecca, I don't know." So I'm gonna say, right? Maybe we'll do so every Wednesday we do after our call at 12:30 we do a Zoom where we jump on the Zoom and we talk about it. So or we just jump on if you don't want to talk about it and you don't need to talk, you just want to come on and just have the support of people being there to lock in with us to get whatever the goal is done. Last week we stayed on for a little long, but this week I want jump on. We jump on, and if you got questions about Mecca, I don't know how to set my goals. Mecca, I'm trying to figure out what. Thank you, Shay. I'm trying to figure out like what are my constraints? How do I determine this? What you know what I mean? Because I know that there was a period of time where I had no idea. I was so engulfed in the programming. Thank you. I was so engulfed in the programming that I could barely think straight, right? So I get it. And I want if you're not sure about how to create a vision for yourself, if you're not sure about how to create some goals for yourself, like I mean, I know that I ain't where I need to be, but I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I want to be able to share with you. Hey, I want to be able to share with you the things that I know has helped. And I know that will help me moving forward because at the end of this day, at the end of this year, I am accomplishing all of my goals that I've set forth and that I'm planning. And right now, here are three of my goals. Think about, and I say this: think about your goals from we talked, and I think we talked about this the other day. Think about the 5 areas in your life, right? Family, personal, financial, spiritual, and physical, right? And you want to write goals from all of that. So it could be as small as it could be, I want to wake up early to cook the kids breakfast, right? Or I want to wake up and get myself together before I drop the kids off. For me, when my kids were in school, I never wanted to go out of the house in my night clothes, right? So I always wanted to wake up, whether even if I just had on fitness stuff, to drop them off, because 9 times out of 10, I went to the gym afterwards. I had to have that schedule. Now, if you got to go to work, then you might be like, you know what? I want to get up in the morning. I want to work out before I drop the kids off, or whatever the goal is for you. It's what's going to make your life happier. My goals ain't your goals, and what I eat don't make you shit. So at the end of the day, you got to figure out, what do you want? Not what the kids want, not what the husband want. What do you want? Because I know for myself, when I was married and I had a family, and I literally I was so consumed into them that's probably why we ain't together. Because I was so consumed, I was trying to take care of everybody and I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't focused on myself. I knew what everybody else needed, but I didn't know what Mecca needed. What goals did Mecca have? I still was in survival mode at some point. Even when I was married, I was still in survival mode because I'm like, if this nigga cheat again, I'm out the door. You know what I mean? So then it would happen, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough money. What am I gonna do? Like, get your shit together. That's what you gonna do. But because I was so focused on everybody, I didn't have my shit together, right? And I feel like it's even still, I'm focused on everybody and still not focusing on me. So I know that no matter where you are, no matter you got a job, you got kids, you got a husband, you got all these things. And I know as a woman, we can have so many things, and men, because shit, I can't imagine what it's like to be a man and have to handle all of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what my ex-husband did. He paid all the bills, and I was just there with my hand out. And then sometimes I wasn't. Sometimes I was contributing too. But I know that now I got to figure out what is my goal. Since it's not married, hey, thank you. It's not being married. It's not, so these are my goals. I'm going to share with you right now. What are my goals? So, one, my goals is to lose 20 pounds. So, I already showed y'all I got to get rid of my turkey legs, right? Um, but also, I want to make $250,000 this year, right? And I have a plan, but am I looking at that plan every day? No, I'm not. Then number three is travel with family. Number four for me is meditate daily and also create this community for meditation. Because I know that, yes, I know that there are all types of things that work, but I know that for me, meditation literally changed my life. Like, meditation just it changed my life. So I really want to be able to help people and just be able to create a community where we can come meditate. Like, I don't have a community to meditate with, and I try. I've realized that I've gone into other people's communities and I've gone there and I'm like, oh, I want to come, I want to meditate, I want to do it, and then I get there and it's just the wrong energy for me. So I feel like God has been telling me, create your own community, and then I can bring in the people that I want to come in to meditate with us. The sound bowl people and the different techniques that are out there that I can bring them in according to what I want to bring. So if you aren't following Rich Girl Meditation on IG or YT, please do. Rich Girl Meditation 444 on YouTube. They won't let me just put Rich Girl Meditation, and on Instagram it's Rich Girl Meditation. So I feel like as I grow in myself, these are all the things that I want to do, have been on my heart for a few years, and then they didn't go away. So I feel like since they didn't go away, and it's still like the energy of them is still powering me, I feel like God is telling me still create it. And then I also want to share with you guys some little cards. We created these last year, and when I was in one of Peach's classes, and I guess I created this for myself, but we will write down on index card every class, things that we were happy about ourselves, things that we want to do. So like one of mine says, I like my smile, I like my excitement for life, I like my dimples. So I want to challenge you all today to maybe start one of these, right? And just get some, if you don't have them, maybe get some pieces of paper or something and just write down three things that you like about yourself. Because I know for me, I'm not as nice to myself as I should be. So when it comes time to like put pressure on me, it's not always the good pressure. So it's that's how the doubt and the fear and all of that creeps in. So I challenge you to write some things that you like about yourself on a card, and bring these out. Bring these cards out, like this one. I like myself, I like myself, I like myself. um and maybe we'll work on these on Wednesday. So if you are interested in joining me on Wednesday, make sure you send me your email so that I can. I guess I need to just make like a little landing page for people to register so that you can just come and put your information in, and then boom, I can send you an email and you can join us on the call. And literally, like, you don't have, it's just for us to get work done, and support each other however we can. Even if it's, like I said, even if I don't know, somebody else in the group may be able to know and can help. But we can support each other in a way that we need. So, oh, one more thing. Before I go, Google Alerts with Mecca, Google Alerts with Mecca, Google Alerts with Mecca. Y'all know I be wasting time because I be wanting to see what's happening on the AI side, right? So it looks like people are really starting to use chat, and it's exciting. So, but it's also, I don't know. Y'all, I got a couple of things I want to share. I'm also going to do a video. Do y'all know about the Green Book app? So there is a Green Book app, right? And y'all may know, I just found out about it today. So, when you're traveling, and you know that unfortunately we still live in a time that doesn't allow us, because of the color of our skin, to travel safely. So there is an app that is called, I believe it's called the Green Book app. And I don't know if you ever remember the book about traveling. Um, but this app connected with, yup, it's called Green Book Safety. Yup, Green Book it's called Green Book Global, right? And I'm gonna show you guys this on here. But it is a way for us to travel safely. So it says this is a mobile app that empowers Black travelers to explore the world safely while celebrating the joy of Black travel. It combines community insights and serves as a trip planner, blah, blah, blah. It earns cash back. But if you're a Black traveler or an ally to the Black community, the app is for you, whether planning a road trip. So basically, it allows you to travel through areas to avoid, like sundown communities. And when you connect it with your, like with your Google apps and stuff, you can like literally see the different towns and communities. So say for example, I'm going from Delaware to Georgia, or Delaware to say North Carolina or whatever, right? It will show me like on the map places that are good and places that aren't good. So I was looking at someone's video today, and I was just like, what the heck? It was exciting to see, because I know that, it's not always safe for us to travel. So I wanted to share that. So if you don't have the Green Book app on your phone, definitely check it out. And we gotta stay protected. Like, we definitely gotta stay protected. And I gotta see. This might not be the one. I have it on my phone. That might not be the one. I feel like it was that. I think that's the one. But I'm gonna be 100% sure. I believe that's it. It looks like it is. But yeah, so that one, and then also, oh, that is nice. I like that watch. But also it says that Elon Musk led investor group offers $97.4 billion for control of OpenAI. He really wants control of that. So I don't know if you guys know, but a few months ago we was all into the AI, and I did some research, right, and found out that EM, right, that's our nickname for him. Found out that EM was also a co-founder of OpenAI, right? But then when they were trying to first he wanted to go for profit, then he didn't want it to go for profit, and he went to court and tried to make it stop for going for profit. And it is like all of this drama, right, from behind the scenes. But then to see that he's leading a group of investors in a 9.7 bid to take control of, like, why does he want it so bad? Okay, so this is Sam Altman responded, "No, thank you." But we will buy Twitter for 9.7 billion if you want. Listen to the drama. Oh my God. Yo. This cracks me up, because it's like people get like super rich and just argue and fight about dumb shit. So it says the offer comes amid years of conflict between Musk and Altman over the direction of OpenAI, which Musk helped to fund in 2015, found in 2015. So it says Musk, the world's richest person with a net worth of more than 400 billion, sued Altman and OpenAI last year. That's what we just talked about, right? And it says the offer. This is crazy. He's look, I'm cracking up. He said, "No, thank you, but we'll buy Twitter." Yeah, because he's trashed that. He should have just left it alone. Like, I feel like that was one of the worst He should have just bought it and just let it be. Changing it, changing the icon, like all of that was just dumb. It says, at XAI, we will live by values I promised OpenAI would follow. We've made Grok open source and we respect the rights of content creators, Musk said in the statement. So I guess he's trying to say what they be taking y'all stuff. Oh my goodness. It's time for OpenAI to return to the open source, safety focused force for good it once was. We will make sure that happens. So that's EM saying all of that, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just funny that to see that them arguing like it's $97. Like, I'll give you $97. No, I'll give you $9 to buy yours. It's crazy. All right, so that's what's going on with chat with them, right? But I also wanted to see, they're saying like people going on chat to make workout routines is extremely is like it and it's going up, right? So it says everyday AI using chat GPT to make workout routine. So it says AI diet and exercise. Oh, I think I might do a video on that later. It says using artificial intelligence to plan your meals and workouts. It says, but if you're brand new to the gym, you may want to still work with the trainer first. I absolutely agree with that because I feel like nothing worse than working out, right? You get into the gym, and I see women do this all the time, and I be feeling so bad. But I will say that I do a lot of times, if I feel like it's a welcoming spirit, I'll walk over. And sometimes even if it's not, I'll come over and tell you, like, you're doing that wrong. You are definitely doing that wrong, right? And I'll try to show them. Not because I'm trying to be smart or anything, but I know what it's like to come into the gym and you're first coming in there and you don't know how to use a machine. And you just over there just... And then you not seeing no results, you're not seeing nothing, or you just on the treadmill all day. Like, that just drives me crazy when I see women just on the treadmill all day, not using weights. They have this misconception that you using weights is going to give you this muscular, manly body, when in reality it's not. Like, but you won't have that. And you don't technically got to use like big weights. I'm just focused on using my body weight right now. I said I don't even want to go to the gym until I can be consistent with being able to do it myself at home. Because I don't care what people say. You could be like, oh, I want to go to the gym and I'm gonna do it. Listen, I know how many times we always are saying we gonna do. But I said to myself, I can. Her lady said when we went on our hike this week, and she said, yeah, I've been donating to Planet Fitness. And I'm like, really? I didn't know they had a donation button. And then it clicked. And I was like, oh, me too. I've been paying my membership and I haven't been going. Not because I don't want to go, or I just haven't had a desire to go. So it's like, okay, but I can still work out. I can work out in my house. So I got my trampoline, I got my stair step, and then I figure I can do full body workouts. I got some little weights. I got some 5-pound weights. I think I'm gonna go today and go to 5 and below and maybe get some 15-pound weights, because I really gotta get rid of this. And I might use ChatGPT to figure out how to get rid of this, because we need this to be gone. This is not sundress worthy this summer. And I want